Hi, and welcome to this very special edition of HUR at Home. It's special because it's for Valentine's Day. I'm your host, Angela Strivling, and we wanted to make it really, really special for you. So who better than the Prince of Sophisticated Soul, my dear friend? You know, he's definitely a friend to WHUR and everybody in the DMV. Please welcome the handsome, the talented, the Grammy-nominated. He is just everything. Will Downing.
What's going on? Hey!
Wow! Look at your background. This is gorgeous.
Colorful colors.
Oh my goodness. I put on my red dress for you.
I see. You look
For
beautiful.
Valentine's Day.
As we say, Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day.
That's right. Valentine's. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. You're looking great as always. Good to see you.
Thank you. It's so good to see you. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's romance night. This is all about romance and setting the stage. And, you know, so many times people have very high expectations of Valentine's Day. And it's, you know,
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you for 1 second. You said people. And you know you're not being a... There we go.
Okay,
there we go. I was like...
Well, you know, I mean, it's such a romantic day. I mean, some people say, oh, you know, it's a commercial holiday. I don't really want to get into it. You know,
Who says that?
A lot of guys.
I was going to say, yeah. I haven't heard a woman to this date.
So how do you feel about, I mean, being a man of, you put out so much beautiful, romantic music, and your style is very sexy, very romantic. How do you feel about Valentine's Day?
You know what? I love Valentine's Day. I think that people need to be accountable for at least, you know, stepping up to the plate one day out of the year. I mean, you know, and I'm not saying it has to, but yeah, it's symbolic. You know what I mean? For those who have been in long-term relationships, you know, sometimes you find yourself doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you need like a little kick in your pants sometimes. Like, okay, man, pick your game up. You know, come on. You know, be the man that you were when you wanted her. You know, and show her that you love her. Tell her that you love her. Come on, man. It's just one day. You know, those are for those who are slightly reluctant. For others who are very much in love and live their life every day loving that special someone, it's, you know, you step it up a little bit. For those who have been in long-term relationships and in a rut, take this one day, pick your game up, and make her feel special.
What are some ideas? I mean, you know, like you said, sometimes people have been in these relationships. They do the same thing. It's like, okay, baby, I made a reservation. We're going to go to dinner.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. That's nice. Dinner and a movie. Okay. That's what we did last year, but that's okay.
See,
you know, I mean,
you got to cover the bases because these days with Netflix and everything else, it'll be like, yeah, the kitchen's right there. We can go to dinner right there.
That's
and
right.
then I can turn on Netflix.
Baby, this date night. But what are some ideas? I mean, you know, you're a romantic guy. What are some ideas that, you know, people can do? I mean, right now, you're right. People are at home, but that doesn't mean you have to be boring.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, being that we are quarantined, this is really the time to use your imagination and to do something special for that special someone. So, as I said before, sometimes you just have to go back to when you were seriously infatuated with this person, and this is the only person that you wanted. Like, one thing that you could do, even if, you know, if it's someone that you live with, like, call on the phone, even within the house. Just like, hey, I was thinking about you. You know what I was thinking about you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that sort of thing. If someone's even in the next bedroom, it's like, I don't know why you call them. You pick up to, hey, baby, I'm just thinking about you. I love you so much. I just wanted you to know that. Like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Or, you know, being that you can't go to a masseuse or a massage place, you know, hey, put in some work. You got them big, strong hands that she loved. You know, you're such a big, strong man. Like, hey, get that oil out. You know, get to doing your thing. So, yeah, things like that make it special. And
I like it. Yeah.
And if you're not a person that cooks, you know, get in that kitchen and try your best. I mean, even the effort alone will impress her. And listen, Angela, there are a million ways to please a woman. I have a song that says that. So there you go.
There you go.
This one's for the fellas. She needs a hug. That's the time to show her love, or maybe just a foot rub. A million ways to please a woman. Don't talk a lot, listen instead. You wanna know, get in her head. 'Cause making love just ain't in the bed. Somebody say, give her candy hearts and Hallmark cards if that's what she likes. If you didn't know before, then let this be your lesson of life. Million ways to please a woman. Hear me now. A million ways to please a woman. A million ways to please a million ways to please a million ways to please a woman. You gotta be her best friend. Let her know she can depend. Be her rock until the end. A million ways to please a woman. When she's in heat, she needs a free. Represent, put her to sleep. Be a man, don't be weak. That's how you gotta please a woman. If that's what she likes. If that's what she likes. Then let this be your million ways to please. Please a woman. Million ways to please a woman. Hear me, fellas. Gotta be a million ways to please her, to please her. Gotta be a million ways, million ways, a million ways to please her. Gotta be a million ways. First give her a hug before you make love. A million ways.
That's what I'm talking about right there. This is to you, my friend.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness. You know what, Will? Oh my gosh, that never gets old. I've been at your concerts where you start off and you're like, fellas, let me help you out, and you start talking about it and then you go into that song. What is the response from people from your concerts when you start like that?
Well, the fellas always give me the dirty look, so the fellas are like,
They don't like it.
they smile at their lady. They
That's
got their
too
arm.
bad.
They got their arm around their lady. They're going, yeah, and looking at me like, hurry up, come on, man.
Catch you in the parking lot.
Right.
The whole thing with romance and trying to make this person that you really care about happy and just really hitting the mark. I think, as you were pointing out earlier, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Sometimes just the effort alone.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, the one thing that I've found with not just women, but people in general, it's not like you can do the big things.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you want to buy something big, trust me.
That's okay. Yes.
They will take it.
Oh, yeah.
They will take it. But it's funny. It's like the little things that you do that they remember. I mean, like years later, they'll say something. It's like, like when you touched my hand, and we'll be kind of like, what you talking about? But it's something like that people remember. And I mean, and men as well. Sometimes, women go way overboard with things, and it'll be something like really small that a guy might kind of say, yeah, I loved when you, whatever it is. So, sometimes you can overplan, but the mere fact that you're trying, you're making an effort, you're listening, you know what I mean? If you're in a relationship, you'll know what someone wants just based on their conversation. If you listen hard enough, you can kind of put a composite sketch of who this human being is, what they want, how they like it, and when to shut up and when to speak. So,
I mean,
to be attentive.
The listening point is so important because, I mean, I've gone on a date or two, and I'm thinking, you don't even know me, do you?
Right.
What would make you think I would want to go, things like hunting or,
Right.
things that it's like that is so against who I am as a human being.
Right.
I mean, sometimes just listening. Have you ever gone on a date and it just really bombed, and then when you thought about it, you're like, oh well, okay, maybe that's why. Or maybe heard of maybe some of your friends who didn't quite read the room and went the wrong direction, and it just totally bombed. Have you?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, who hasn't? Anyone that says that they haven't is lying. Everyone has been in that situation when you're first getting to know someone, and if you aren't listening, you will definitely say and or do something that'll be like, and it's funny. At my concerts, I kind of say that. I tell the fellas, like, listen, you've already scored by bringing her to the show. So that you already got a point for that. All right. You already got a nice little check. I said that the only thing that you don't have to do is just don't say the wrong thing. So in the meantime, just sit there and act like you like the guy on the stage for a short while. If she likes me, your evening will be great. If you sit there and you start texting or like looking at the sports scores on your phone, like, oh, let me see the so-and-sos are playing. Let me check and see. It's like fumble. Fumble. Don't do that.
It's helpful. I mean, it's helpful advice. I mean, I'm not saying that some guys are just not smart. I think they just don't think about certain things. Like, for instance,
you mean like they're not smart?
Well, okay, so I remember.
I'm not saying they're not smart, but
I'm not saying. I was at I was singing, and my guy comes to one of my concerts, and he sits there and he's reading the newspaper.
Oh.
I'm thinking, this is not good. Why are you here? This is distracting. I hate you. I mean,
right. First date.
Why would you do this? I mean, and this was a smart person, I thought, and he was totally surprised that I thought, he's like, I just wanted to come and support you. I'm thinking,
right.
If you're going to support me, you sit there and act like you like the person on the stage.
Minor detail. Yeah, just act like you want to be here just a little bit. And not to mention, I'm the performer. Yeah, like
I can see everybody.
Right. Yeah. If I ask someone to sing, like, you should be the main person leading the charge.
Thank you. It's like, even if I sound terrible, I need you to be like.
Which doesn't happen, by the way. But if I say sing along, you should be like, hey,
yes,
loud and wrong. Come
But
on now.
have you ever had like strange things? I mean, as I said, when you're on the stage, especially when you're in an intimate venue, like Blues Alley or,
Right,
all these places that around here that you perform,
right.
have you had like strange things that, you're up there and you pour your heart out when you're singing, you're into the moment, giving it all to us. All the ladies are just falling out in love with you. But have you ever noticed anything crazy going on in the audience that you care to share?
How politically correct do I have to be?
This is grown folks Valentine's.
No, this isn't sexual. This is very strange. Okay,
Oh,
so so
now I'm
I'm doing
intrigued.
right. So I'm doing this concert, and it was a theater. And normally when I sing, like I close my eyes for a few reasons. One, because I'm into the moment. The other reason is me and Eddie Levert probably sweat on stage more than anyone else on the planet. So when I'm sweating, the sweat gets into my eyes and it's burning. So like
Oh,
I
wow.
close my eyes until the sweat kind of dissipates and I can see again. So most times I have my eyes closed, right? So I'm singing on stage. I don't know what song I was singing, but it was a slow, kind of intimate song. And I hear the audience kind of like, Will, come on, Will. And so I kind of open my eyes a little bit and I see someone at the front of the stage with like a bouquet of roses. And I'm kind of doing this and I'm going, okay, all right. So I keep singing, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, they're pointing, Will, get the rose, Will.
No.
And I'm sitting there, I'm going, still there. Okay, let me keep singing. And so, and so
Maybe they'll go
finally,
away.
yeah, I'm kind of like, come on, security, get this person, right? So the person finally moves, right? And so after the show was over, I do like a meet and greet, with some audience members, and they were like, "Yeah, there was a person at the foot of the stage with some roses for you. Like, why didn't you get the roses and
What are you supposed to do?
right and give her a kiss or something like that?" And so I was given like all these crazy answers as to why I didn't do it, and then my road manager said, "Yeah, well, why didn't you get the roses?" I said, "It was a dude."
Oh,
it, it was a guy.
no. I was not expecting that.
I mean, like the stubble and the whole nine.
Oh,
I was kind of like, that's what I was like, still there. Okay, keep singing there. Still there.
hilarious. Oh my goodness.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah. Now I see what you were saying. You're trying to be
I
politically
was like,
correct.
do I need to be politically correct here?
Well, yeah, because that's a little, on top of it, I know how it is. You're in the moment, you're singing, you've got your eyes closed, and I do that too. I'm not a big sweater,
Mhm.
but when I'm into a ballad, I like to just really get into it and close my eyes and
Yeah.
just be in the moment. To stop and to do that, sometimes that could just really break the whole vibe.
I think I used that one when when someone else was asking me. I used that line. I was like, I was into the moment. I couldn't. And by the time I really opened my eyes, they were gone. My road manager pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, man, so why didn't you?" I was like,
Well,
yeah.
really want to know.
You really want to know?
He had stubble.
Right.
She had stubble.
Well, no, it's definitely a he. It was like, oh,
Oh my
okay,
goodness.
well.
It is not easy. So let's talk about your new project. Now, this gorgeous background that I'm looking at, that is actually the cover of your new CD, Song Guard. Oh, got it right
We're
here.
one and the same. Hold on, let me see if I can cop that same look.
Yeah, perfect. Nailed it. That's gorgeous. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And if you were to describe it, I've heard it, and it's different. It's a different It is. It's a different.
People use that word different and interesting to be,
Really different. No, it's amazing.
It's different. Like
no, it's different in a very good way. I mean, I'm always, you're my favorite. I love your music, everything you do. And what I love about this one is that it's kind of a, social conscious songs on it as well. Right? You describe.
Yeah, let me just I mean you described it somewhat accurately, so we're gonna give you points for that. But
just one song, then okay. Somewhat.
Well, yeah. Don't worry about it.
You tell us.
Yeah. I have my own, but you tell it the way you want to tell it. So
you are so silly.
It's called The Song Garden because there is a song on this album that covers just about everything that you need. All right. So if you're someone who likes house music, old school house music, and you like to dance, there's a old school house record on this joint where it's just like 120 beats per minute and you can just go ahead and get your party on. All right. If you are trying to propose to someone and you don't know what to say, there's a proposal song on here called Say Yes. All right.
I've never heard of a proposal song before. I've heard of a wedding song. I've never heard of a proposal song. Great idea.
Yeah, there's a proposal song on here. Yep. So there is Stand Up, which is, we get to your correctness in your definition of the album.
See, told you.
They say, boom, check, gold star. Stand Up, which is somewhat of a socially conscious type song, kind of a wake up sort of a call to those who complain about a lot of what's going on in the world, but don't do anything. So it's kind of like, hey, stand up, get involved. And it was sort of inspired by these young folks going out here fighting, for the rights of all people. Yeah. And it's sort of like, okay, well, what are you doing? So it sort of inspired me to write this song, and also hopefully to inspire others to get involved and to be a little bit more active. So yes, that's what that's all about.
Good.
And then we have a song on here that's a spoken word piece. I've never done a complete spoken word piece on a record before. And you alluded to the fact off camera that that you kind of like this song. So
that I kind of like it.
I listen. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. I'm going to let you answer it the way you want to answer it. But yeah,
I'm going to answer it like this. So just because I knew you were coming, I went and got all the best chocolate that I had sitting around. And I am a fan. And all I'm going to say is you need to go ahead and get yourself some chocolate.
Hey, I kinda know why you don't feel good. It's because you need a little bit of chocolate. Now, chocolate can improve your circulation. It can feed that craving, that temptation. Girl, what you need is a little bit of chocolate. Nothing else makes the wrongs feel right. Nothing will soothe you more at night than some chocolate. Now, everybody needs a little chocolate every now and then. I mean, the kind that melts in your mouth and not your hand. It doesn't matter if you eat it or drink it, if it's mocha or espresso, if it's chocolate milk or even chocolate.
Oh, Will, why are you doing this to me? I'm here like, wait a minute, I got Godiva, I got some truffles, I got some dark chocolate, medium chocolate. Woo! Oh my gosh, that song is way too sexy.
Listen, I was good. I was turning myself on there. I'm listening to me. I was kind of, you kind of. I would give you some. Yeah.
Yes. I am here for the chocolate.
I'm here for the chocolate.
Oh
Mr.
my God.
Good Bar, Mr. Good Bar, Mr. Good Bar. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's got to be good, and it's got to be chocolate.
It's got to be chocolate.
So tell me the story about this. Like you said, you've not done spoken word, and I just want to say, I would like for this to be the beginning of your spoken word career as well. Goodness gracious.
Well,
I
thank you
love
very much.
chocolate. This is
Well, oh, you mean the song? I'm sorry.
all of it.
Uh, all right. So this song, actually, the lyrical part of the song, I wish I could say that I was smart enough to write the poem itself, but I
It
ain't
is.
that smart.
It's
So
pretty amazing. Oh my
it is
God.
amazing. So I am smart enough to listen to my friends. All right.
Okay.
So I have a friend that lives in Atlanta. It's a brother named Hank Stewart, right? And every time I would do an event in the Atlanta area, he would be there and he'd pull me to the side and he'd, be like, well, I got one for you. And he would recite like an amazing piece. And I'd say, man, Hank, that's incredible. I was like, I have no use for it. I can't, there's nothing I can do with it. And I'd see him again and he'd recite another one. And it would be better than the one before. I thought, man,
Wow.
this is unfreaking believable. And then one day he pulled me aside and he's of a darker hue like myself. And he said, man, I wrote this piece called Chocolate. And he started reciting it to me. And this was years ago. And he recited it to me. And I was like, man, I said, Hank, that right there is unfreaking believable. I was like, you're going to kill him with that one. All right. So now a few years go by and I start writing the music for the song that you hear now, which ultimately became Chocolate. So I'm working on the music for this thing. And I'm like, man, this feels incredible. I said, but I can't think of the feeling that I get when I hear the music. I was like, it needs something really sexual. It needs something like, like tongue in cheek. It needs something, what's it, double
Yeah.
entendre sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I said, Hank had this song or this piece, this poem called Chocolate. So I called him. I said, hey, man, remember that piece? He was like, oh, yeah, Charlie. He starts reciting it right on the thing, notes.
Oh, I love it.
I said, man, can I borrow the poem and put it to music? And he was like, man, do whatever you want. And so, yeah, I sat there and tried to create the sexiest thing that I could muster up. And, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like chocolate.
I think you nailed it. I mean,
thank you.
And we just played a little snippet. It gets better and better, if you could imagine. Just, oh my gosh. I mean, what's so beautiful is, the words. And like you said, it's suggestive without, being overt. Oh my gosh. I just love it. And
hey, listen,
with your voice and
my mom called me. Yeah. My mom called me on that. I wasn't meaning to cut you off. I said it to my mother. My mother heard it. My mother was like,
baby?
Yeah, so what exactly are you? I said, Mom, we're just talking about the nutritional values of chocolate. Yeah, right. Sure you are. I said, Mom, maybe you should listen to it. I'm not listening to that again. I'm not listening. That is nasty. I said, well, that's where you're mine.
Throw it right back to Mom.
Hey, you deal with that. You got issues. It ain't me. You got the issue.
You're projecting, Mother. You're projecting. It's about the nutritional values.
The dark chocolate, everything you need.
I just love talking to you, and I love listening to your music all the time. And WHUR loves you and loves playing your music. I'm glad that you've got new product out here for us, and especially for all the lovers for Valentine's Day. Before we say goodbye, and it's still relatively early in the night, and we'll just let the couples do what they do. Or if you're single, I guess Will's your date right now.
Want some chocolate?
Don't bring him roses if you. But any words that you want to give to the couples, just inspiring words to keep love alive?
Well, you know what? I think that love is very much alive. I know in this COVID season, especially if you live with the person that you love, dealing with each other on a daily basis can be taxing. Okay. But try to take this moment to realize that this person that you've chosen to be in your life truly, truly loves you deep down inside, and they're doing everything that they can to show you their love and affection. So treat each other nicely, do things for each other. Valentine's Day is not just a women's holiday. It is not one-sided. All right. It's not just a woman's day. So be good to each other. But men, you be especially good. All right. it's an
That's
opportunity for you to one up them. All right. So you one up them in the love department, fellas. All right.
It's so beautiful. And I'm glad you said that because women need to give too. You know, we should all give and receive.
There you go.
Those are beautiful words for people who want to get your song garden and connect with you on social media. How do they find you?
You can find me and you can find the product. Here's the 4 o'clock in the morning pitch. You can find the Song Garden. You can pick it up at you can pick it up right. Ronco, the Song Garden.
Yes.
You can get it at theprinceofsophisticatedsoul.com. Theprinceofsophisticatedsoul.com. And you can order your copy there and I'll autograph it and send it back to you. Or you can download your MP3s there. Obviously, you can get it at Amazon, or you can get it at iTunes, that sort of thing. And you can reach me. I'm Will Downing 3 on Instagram. I'm Will Downing Singer on Facebook. Just bunch up Will Downing. I'm everywhere.
He's
Buy
everywhere.
one. Buy one.
Will,
Don't get one free.
buy one,
Buy
get
one.
two.
Don't get one. If you call right now.
Well, you're so amazing. Thank you so much. I love you. As you know, I love your personality. For all who are watching, thank you so much for joining us. And on behalf of Will Downing, on behalf of WHUR and myself, happy Valentine's Day.